Hi, I am Pat Everhart, and I am a foster grandparent of the RSVP in Dane County. The book today is A Day in a Forest Wetland. Author Kevin Kurtz. Illustrator is Sherry Neath. Life in a forest wetland goes on all day and night. Some species are active in darkness, while others are active in light. It's sunrise in the wetland. A woodpecker flies from a tree. She just brought her children breakfast. They never stop feeling hungry. Look, a wood duck flies at them. But before their hole is possessed, the dad chases out the invader who wanted to steal their nest. It's morning in the wetland. A green darter hunt is the flies. It can see front and behind with its faucet compound eyes. It spots a nearby mosquito, maneuvering around with great flair. It quickly horns on the target and catches its prey in the air. It's noon in the wetland. A turtle is ambush posed, is buried in the wetland mud, up to its eyes and its nose. A snapper can't breathe underwater, but it has a snorkel to use. It stretches its neck towards the surface while its body lies in the ooze. It's afternoon in the wetland. A cattyfish builds a case to protect its larva body from predators in its place. It uses its silk to fasten pieces of rock and plant, and then lives underwater while wearing armored pants. It's sundown in the wetland. The forest is filled with sound. Follow it toward the water, then take a look at the ground. Camouflaged in the leaf litter, a chorus of frogs awaits, sounding like bells that jingle. Spring peppers are calling for mates. The stars are over the wetland. Brown bats zig and zag. They've eaten their fill of insects and head back to the roost in a snag. They find their way by listening to sounds that other bats make. These noises also will make sure they don't collide by mistake. It's midnight in the wetland. Kittens have just awoken. They're waiting for their mother, secured in a hollow oak. The bobcat quietly approaches. She knows what her young ones need. Her hunt was quite successful. Now it's her children's turn to feed. It's now just after midnight. A meadow lands from its flight. It sticks its head underwater and hunts using just the starlight. A tadpole swims beneath it. The beetle grabs from air, then dives to catch the tadpole within its mandible snare. It's late night in the wetland. A squirrel kicks from the bark instead of falling downward and glides between trees in the dark. It lands on a trunk near the swamp bank and quickly scurries from view. It's hungry for nuts and mushrooms, but it must avoid predators too. Before dawn in the wetland, on a water is black as ink, a spider sits on the surface and yet it doesn't sink. The spider feels a ripple, then begins to run quickly across the surface until the prey is won. It's sunrise in the wetland. An owl flies to the ground. Through the wings are flapping, they do not make a sound. The barreled owl wades in water and looks for prey to eat. It spots a tasty crayfish and grabs it with its feet. The sun is back on the wetland, propped up by its tail. A beaver gnaws a tree down with teeth that never fail. Its dam creates this habit where the species feed and use the forest wetland to provide everything they need.